folks, you're back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. Okay, so people who enjoyed the Tiger King are going to enjoy this. You know how there's that guy on the Tiger King? He seems like he's the only sane fucking guy in the whole show. Rick Kirkham. He was the guy in the hat smashing darts. Just fucking chain smoking on that table. And he had a little bit of a Keith Richards, fucking Hunter S. Thompson feel about him. He was making the original reality show about Joe Exotic. And then Big Gay Joe burnt down the studio. And when you're watching Tiger King, this Rick Kirkham guy that's getting interviewed, you're like, this is the only sane motherfucker in the whole fucking show. That is far from the case. He is one of them. That's how he ended up there. He is one of them. So a mate of mine yesterday finished watching Tiger King, and he's like, you know that Rick Kirkman guy in Tiger King? I used to watch this documentary years ago when I was a fucked up drug addict, and it was about this Rick Kirkman guy. And then he sent me a link to this documentary called TV Junkie. It's on YouTube, and it's only been seen 47,000 times, so no one's fucking watched it. So this Rick Kirkham guy, he's basically filmed his entire life, every hour of every day, since he was like 15, doing diary entries and all sorts of shit. He's the original vlogger. He was vlogging before vlogging was even a fucking thing. So Rick Kirkham, he was a successful dude. He was a famous news reporter. He ended up on Inside Edition. He was traveling all over the world covering stories. And he was a bit of a high flyer, and you've got all the first-hand footage of all this. Go watch it. TV Junkie. It's fucking fascinating. I think it was around 1992, 93. He's fucking living large. He's got the dream job. He's partying. He's a wild child. He's fucking on camera. He was a real fucking pioneer of the internet age, really. And then he does one of his vlogs, and he's like, I just found out that I'm going to become a dad. And I'm like, you poor cunt. Oh, you poor cunt. The timing couldn't be worse. And he's like, yeah, I fully plan on marrying fucking my girlfriend. Gonna start a family. And he's all geared up. He's like every dad. He's like, fuck yeah, let's start a family. I'm ready for responsibility. There's nothing I want more than responsibility. And pretty much from that moment on, you see his rapid spiral into drug addiction. And it's fucking wild. Crack cocaine, that seemed to be his drug of choice. And from what I can gather, that seems to be the hardest one for anyone to kick. Once you get fully addicted to that, it doesn't seem like there's much of a way out. So he has this kid, has the family life going, has a successful job. On TV, he's famous, he's got fucking money because he lives in a fucking mansion. At the start, he's like, I have a minor issue with cocaine, but I'm pretty much on top of it. Yeah, I have a minor issue with cocaine too. Minor issue, what's that? That there's not enough around, that you haven't got enough on you. Minor issue with cocaine. There's no narrative, there's no talking, there's no voiceover either. It's just all done from his home videos. So he has a kid, he films that, the kid comes out, it looks like it's about 4 years old when it comes out, massive fucking kid. The first 3 or 4 months of fatherhood, he's loving it. Then he gets a job in New York, and then he holes up in a room in New York and just starts fucking hitting that crack. And you're like, fuck man, he is gonna blow this all apart. Because he has this fucking great wife too. She gave him, I would say, 4,000 chances. She never even really looked like she got that angry at him, and he was fucked. And it just gets worse and worse. Everything starts unraveling for him, and he just can't fucking stop doing this drug. And he's looking into the camera just going, I gotta figure this out. I can't keep doing this. And if you're a fuck up like me, you're watching this and you can see yourself in him. And it's fucking scary. It gives you some butterflies in the old stomach. Because you can see how the path is going. He can't see it. It's like, watch your videos, cunt. Watch them. Just step outside of yourself and look. And he could not fucking do it. He just continued smoking crack. He lost his job. He started fucking lurking around the house, being fucked up on drugs, disappearing. His wife still wasn't even getting angry. He starts getting arrested for domestic violence. It's just harrowing. It's harrowing to watch. There's a little glimmer of hope. There's a little redemption story in there where he gets a job as the head anchor of a small town news show, and it looks like he might be turning that ship around. I don't want to tell you too much about it, even though that's all I've done tonight is describe a documentary you're not going to watch. But if you're listening to this, you've got some issues. I'm going to assume you've got some issues. And this is worth a watch if you're a fuck up, because it's all first-hand material and you can see exactly the state of mind and how it progresses and how it just got out of control for him. A few stints in rehab. He still couldn't pull it together. It's like fucking just knock it on the head just that little bit earlier. And he had a great wife too. His wife kept on forgiving him. If he just pulled out that little bit earlier, he would have been okay. That's the moral of the story. Do it, but pull out early. Don't fucking ride it to the bitter end. You've got to watch it. Watch it now. If you're a fuck up, just watch it. And plus, it's the dude from Tiger King. All right, that's it for tonight. I've got nothing else to say. I'm just fresh off this doco. Send in a story for Fucked Up Friday. The 17 people who have promised to send one in haven't sent them in yet. Add me on social media, Boyle Comedy. Subscribe, rate, review, tell your friends about it. See you the fuck later.